Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to another casual and friendly episode of Fan Dugout. Today we are here for another exciting match. It's Mumbai versus KKR today, and it's a really interesting match because if Mumbai win this one, they get to be on top of the table. So not something that I would like, but then I definitely would want KKR to win today just to make the battle interesting, just to make the league interesting for the teams playing for the playoff spot. So it'll be interesting to see how this match goes as well. KKR has everything to play for as well. So let's start with Saloni. Welcome, Saloni. What are you expecting from KKR today? How do you think they'll perform out today?
Well, today I feel like KKR has got the upper hand, and the match is again Abu Dhabi. And looking at back at the other matches, it looks like KKR is like kind of suited with the pitch, like they're very comfortable with the pitch, and so I definitely think KKR's got the upper hand. Just we need more paces probably. So yeah, let's see what happens.
I'm surprised that you say you have the upper hand because I was reading the head-to-head stats from KKR and Mumbai, and Mumbai have won around 20 of the matches, and KKR has won only six. And also another fact, even but the recent fact that in the previous meeting that KKR and Mumbai played against each other in this IPL, Mumbai won very easily. I mean, not very easily, but yeah, they did win by a casual margin. So I'm surprised how it might be an upper hand for KKR, but let's see how this match goes. I mean, it's interesting to see how Mumbai and
Yeah, but
KKR play today.
today's match, I particularly feel it's kind of like KK has got the upper hand. Like others, I don't know, but just because it's in Abu Dhabi again, and just looking at the stats, as I said, like they're very comfortable with the pitch. We saw like in Sharjah, they may not able to perform, though it's a batting pitch. Like still, they couldn't perform there as well. But compared to what they have done in Abu Dhabi,
Yeah.
I think so.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to watch. Let's move on to the Mumbai fan here. Welcome, Shraddha. What are you expecting from Mumbai today? How do you think they'll perform? Are you expecting them to go tabletop today, or you think KKR might
Yeah,
have different plans today?
yep. I'm expecting that they will go on the top of the table today. They are playing really well. Like the last match they played with the KKR, it was good. Like they won the match from a big margin. So yeah, today just hope like they will play a good match and it will be exciting match today to watch.
Just quick thoughts about what were your thoughts on yesterday's match? I mean, Kings 11. It's
Yeah,
definitely it's actually pretty exciting to watch both the teams play, and Kings 11 almost they always find a way to entertain us. I mean, in the previous few matches, it's always been surprising to watch Kings 11 struggle to finish the innings. I mean, they have not been able to struggle. I mean, they've not been able to finish the match properly, and yesterday
yeah,
was quite a heart in your hand moment. But yeah, they
yeah,
finally did
yeah.
manage to win. And
It was a
surprisingly,
great
both the matches
match.
that Kings won is against RCB, which is kind of heartbreaking. But yeah,
Yeah,
so
but
what were your thoughts on yesterday's match? How do you think the match was yesterday?
it was great match. Chris Gill got a chance to play and he
Yeah,
scored half century there. It was great watching him. And otherwise, like match was very good. Like in the last over, who was that? Chris Gill got out,
yeah,
and yeah, just a good match. But
yeah. Few
hope
interesting facts.
RC,
Washington Sundar before yesterday had conceded only 1 6 in the entire tournament till yesterday, but then
yeah,
yesterday he got smacked for 4 6s by the Universe Boss. So that tells how the Universe Boss is back, and it's
yes,
glad to have Chris Gale back, and it definitely made the IPL more interesting now. So it'll be interesting
yeah,
to watch how Kings go on ahead and how they play there for the future games as well.
yeah.
Quick, Saloni, what were your thoughts about it? Just a quick recap on how you felt yesterday's match
Yes,
was.
yeah. I guess Chris Gill is what Kings 11 Punjab was missing the whole tournament.
Yeah,
And it was really great to see like Kings win because it's one of my favorite after KKR. It's one of the team I support really, and I want that team. Like if KKR doesn't win, I would definitely want Punjab to go to the all the way, even if they can lift the trophy as well.
yeah.
But yeah. But I think like there's certain changes I would make. I would like Kings 11 to make. Maybe like they can bring in Jimmy Nations, because then like what I've seen, like they are struggling to finish it off. Though like at the start they have a very good start, but they're
Yeah,
struggling to finish it off. So maybe bringing in
Jimmy
Jimmy
Neesham.
Nishant would
Yeah,
be yeah, like a good asset to the team, because we all know like what they did in the World Cup, and he's a very good finisher, and he can also deliver with the ball. So it definitely make like in both batting and bowling lineup a bit more stronger, and you've
yeah,
got a well finisher as well.
yeah. So coming back to today's match, what changes are you expecting from your team? How do you think KKR will line up today for the match against Mumbai?
I think maybe they're gonna drop Banton again, or they're gonna go to the previous lineup where they were. And if they are still having problem with Sunil Narayan, then I think they might give chance to Chris Green this time, because
Yeah,
he's a spinner and he's a batsman as well.
yeah,
So I'm pretty much sticking to the same lineup, except maybe dropping Tom Banton and having Chris Green on the team.
yep. And moving to you, Shraddha, I think Mumbai almost has a fixed lineup. Like they don't tinker much with their lineup. They've been constant
Yeah,
about who they're going to play, and it's been a solid lineup for Mumbai. Like they have their priority set, like they have a set top order, and then they have the set middle order where Pollard
yeah,
and Pandya brothers
yeah.
come in, and
Pandya brothers. Yep.
they have an amazing lineup for the bowling as well. So, I would you like to make any changes to Mumbai's
Uh,
team today, or are you happy
no,
with how they've been playing out so
no.
far?
I'm very happy with the lineup. It's been both like in batting as well as in bowling.
Yep,
As we all know, like in the batting lineup, Rohit is there, Deacock, and after that, Surya Kumar Yadav is performing really well.
yep,
So yeah, I'm very satisfied with batting lineup as well
yeah,
as
it's
in
great.
bowling. Bumrah and
Yep.
Bolt is there, so
Yep.
nothing to doubt about it.
It's great to see how Surya Kumar Yadav always steps up, and even if anyone fails, like even if Deacock fails or if Rohit Sharma fails to fire, it's great to see how Surya Kumar Yadav has performed so far. And
Yeah,
Mumbai always have this confidence that even if the openers fail to do their job, they can always back on the Pandya brothers, and then there's the big man Kieran Pollard as well. So it'll be interesting to watch how these guys go against Russell today, and how they go against the KKR batsmen. Moving on to you, Saloni, who do you think might be the key man for your team today?
From the bowling perspective, I'm gonna go for either Nagar Koti, Mavi, or if they play Prashid. We don't know like what's gonna be, because three of them are amazing pacers. So it's totally depending on the pitch. Sorry. I guess like in the first match against Mumbai, they played Mavi and uh, Nagar Koti, I guess. So maybe this time they're gonna like give a chance to Rashid this time, because he's been amazing as well. We have seen like in both the matches he has played, he's been a wicket taker, key wicket takers.
Yep,
And from the batsman perspective, maybe I think so Tripathi would go hard this time, this one.
yep. And moving on to the Mumbai lineup, I know that Rohit Sharma played pretty well last time out when he met KKR. He scored, I guess, somewhere around 80s. So it'll be.
yeah.
So are you expecting the same kind of performance from Rohit Sharma this time out,
Uh,
or do you have any other person who might, you know, be
I,
key man
I
for Mumbai today?
like after Virat Kohli, like Rohit is one of my best. Like I like him, so
Yep,
like he's the one I admire too. So yeah, like I hope so. Like he will be a good match there, and
yep,
he'll perform well there as well as in the bowling. We can think of Bumrah. He
yep.
will be a performer there as well.
Yep. And Shraddha, if you have to pick a danger man from your opposition, who do you think might take away the game from Mumbai today? Who might be the danger man for KKR for Mumbai today?
For me, like there are two-person in KKR. One
Yep.
is Ewan Morgan
Yep.
and Russell.
Yeah.
These two, like as we saw him playing in the World Cup, like he scored 150 or maybe 100, and in that century,
Yeah.
he maybe 17 or 18 sixes he were there in his century. So like yeah, these two guys are dangerous for MI today.
Yep. I know Ian Morgan hasn't quite fired for KKR yet. I am expecting a big innings from him
Yeah,
as
like
well.
he's been silent so
Yeah,
far,
he's
so
been
we
pretty
can.
silent so far. I mean, he's this one thing that he's been very good at. Like Dinesh Karthik is not able to go talk to his bowlers once and quite often. So Owen Morgan has definitely stepped up in that role. Like we've constantly seen Owen Morgan going and talking to the youngsters and guiding them on what they should do, and giving him his own inputs. And it's quite great to see the kind of initiative he's taken, and just guide
Yeah,
the youngsters and be the
yeah, like
share his
he's
experience as well. So
yeah,
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 go
like
ahead, Shraddha.
he's the World Cup winning captain. So
Yeah,
like he also has the responsibility of the team,
yeah,
the same as the captain have.
yeah,
Just he don't have a badge of captain, but like
yeah,
he is the World Cup winner,
yeah,
so he has the same responsibility for the team.
yeah,
Like every individual have responsibility, but he have the same kind of responsibility as a captain have.
yeah. Moving on to you, Saloni, what are your thoughts on how Owen Morgan has played so far, and his role as the person who's guiding the youngsters and sharing his experience with them, and being a captain without being a captain. So how do you? What are your thoughts about that?
He hasn't fired up yet, like what we know Morgan can do, but still what he has done, I guess it's still better than like when he was in Hyderabad. Like in Hyderabad, he probably didn't even get too much chances as well. Like he was just mainly on the bench. And previously, we have seen when he was in KKR back in till 2013, he's been amazing, like a game changer for us. So hopefully, I'm hoping like today when he can fire up, and of course his captainship is like that's what KKR needs. I mean, this is something I love about KKR. Like they totally back up their youngsters, and what I've seen, like even Pat Cummins, he would come and bowl the first over. Though it doesn't matter if he's like getting hit at like in every ball or something, he's conceding too many runs. But he makes sure the bowlers that comes after him, especially the youngster, he totally like make them understand. Yeah, do this, don't do this, and these youngsters are doing well, and they have been the one up here like picking up wickets and not Pat Cummins.
Yep.
And they've been done. So this is something I totally like about the KKR
Yep.
management.
So who do you think might be the danger man from Mumbai today? Who do you think your team should be wary of?
I think there can be only one. It's Rohit Sharma. I don't know. There's something about him with the Kolkata. I don't know. There's some kind of a relation. It's either at Eden Gardens or it's just the team. He likes like it doesn't matter if he's playing one day or test cricket at Eden Gardens, he scores a century. Even Mumbai Indians won two of their IPL Cup at Eden Gardens,
Yeah,
and they have been the like his best performance also is against the KKR. So I'm definitely going for it. Like he's the only man that KKR should be worried about.
Yeah,
Other than that, like from the bowling, maybe even Hardik Pandya when he can go smashing. What I have seen, like in the previous matches, even last year at Eden Gardens, it was like almost KKR's means he was taking the game over literally, but at the slighted or merging KKR won that match.
yeah.
So this two I'll think that KKR should worry about.
Alrighty. So one last question to both of you. Let's quickly get your predictions on who will finish in the top four. Like, who do you think might make it to the playoffs this season, and who do you think might finish in the top four? So I know that I guess if Mumbai wins today, I think they'll have their place booked for the top four. So I guess we already have a few teams set for the top four, but I'd like to know who do you think might make the top four. So let's start with Shraddha. Shraddha, who do you think will make the top four this season?
like still there are, if we are just in the halfway of IPL and still halfway is remaining. So like for me, I think like RCB, MI, and CSK will be there,
Yep,
as well as you can see Delhi Capitals.
yep.
Like
Yeah,
these
it'll
four,
be a yeah,
I think
it'll be a
like
tough
these
ask for
four.
CSK, but let's see if
No,
they
like
can get this
no,
done.
yeah, like I hope so. I hopefully think like they will come back in the match in the games, as it's been a quite long time they haven't fired.
Yep,
So they are being silent for a long time. So hope so they will do something to getting
yep.
in top four.
Yeah, they did win their last match against SRH. So, yep, they can still pull this off, given that
Yeah,
they're CSK and given that they've always been in the playoffs every season. So
that
we
that's
can never
that's
write
that.
them off. So it's definitely still on for CSK, and it'll be really interesting to watch if they can make it or not. So
Yeah,
moving on to
that's
you, Saloni. Who do you think will make the top four for you this season?
Uh, like if in today's match, if KK wins in a good margin, they have the chance to go to the top, be on the second place, take on the second place. And by like what's the current table looks like, based on that, Delhi is gonna be there qualifying for the playoff, and Mumbai Indians again think so. And I'm of course hoping that even KKR would be, and between RCB maybe Chennai there's a chance, like Chennai's kind, like it's a kind of a mashup between Chennai and RCB, either one of them would be there.
Yeah.
So these fours I'm hoping for to.
So I'm guessing it's Mumbai, Chennai, RCB, and
No, it's Delhi, Mumbai,
Delhi,
KKR,
Mumbai,
then either
KKR.
RCB,
Oh,
either RCB
and
or
RCB or Chennai. All right. Sorry, my bad. Okay,
yeah,
it'll
it's
be interesting. Yeah, that's some interesting choice. But yep, I guess we've all pretty much established that Delhi and Mumbai might definitely book their spot in the top four. They've been good so far, but let's see how the bottom teams, raise up to the challenge. Let's see how they play against them whenever they face each other. So I guess
for
Mumbai's challenge begins today with facing KKR, and I hope they cause an upset, and I hope KKR win this match so that we get to witness a good competition between the teams that are lacking or slacking off in the bottom of the table, and it'll be an interesting fight to be in the top four as well. So it is definitely
Yeah,
something that will definitely entertain us. So yep, definitely hoping for the underdogs to win today. Yes,
yeah,
Shraddha.
I mean we can no, we can
yeah.
even like this is still halfway to go. Like the table can, or like the whole table can turn upside
It can
down.
be turned.
Yep.
We can't predict anything.
Yeah, you
We
never
never
know in
know
this
what's
game,
gonna
right? Like
happen.
it's always unpredictable. Like given that it's like, yes, as Kohli said yesterday, like he expected the game to go over in the 18th over, but
Yeah,
Kings 11 let them get into the
Kings
game,
11.
and it was quite nervous in the end, and quite exciting to see who would win in the end. But then, yeah, Kings did make sure that they win this one this time. So hard luck for
Yes.
Kohli and the boys. I mean, they did get a lot of tactics wrong. I mean, yeah, as Kohli said as well, like they wanted to try some things out and they just didn't work out yesterday. So it was just another day. But I hope they
Yeah.
bounce back, and
Yeah.
yep, quite
No,
excited
like
for today's game as well. Yes, yes, sir. Yeah,
yeah,
sure. Go ahead.
yeah. They are going very well, and I hope so. Like they will come back this in the next game.
Yep.
RCB.
Yep, definitely hope so. I, for one, am an RCB supporter, so
Yeah.
fingers crossed. Hopefully, they don't choke this time, and they make it to the playoffs, and then take it one game at a time from there. So, yep, let's see how this goes. It's been interesting so far, and things are only just gonna get heated up from now on. So, yep, the exciting part is about to come. So, second phase has already begun, and yep, let the games begin. I mean, I know they've already begun, but this is like the second phase, so it's
I
interesting to watch who performs how, and yeah, hoping for a great match today, and hopefully may the best team win. And I would really
Yes.
like to thank you guys for joining in here today and sharing your thoughts with us. Definitely looking forward to see you guys again, and we'll definitely catch up again to discuss about the matches further. So thank you so much for joining in today and taking out the time to come here. So thank you for joining,
Thanks.
and I'll see you guys next time.